Hello everyone, today we're going to divide and repot Phlebodium blue star, which is this huge fern that we've got here. So the Phlebodium blue star is native to South America and it is an epiphyte plant, which means it's a plant that survives off other plants. So it just lives kind of in the bark, in the branches of other trees. It gets all of its nutrients from the bark and the air and the water surrounding it. So that is why today I've just got a orchid mix. Orchid mix is mostly kind of bark and pumice and things that are really free draining. And I've got an indoor plant mix as well. With the two of them mixed together we'll create something quite free draining, as they hate having their feet wet. When you buy these in the shop they tend to be quite a lot smaller, but they are quite rigorous growers, and yeah, it's time to replant this one. What I'm going to do is keep kind of a bigger portion in this pot and then repot the smaller bit that I take off into this pot here. So this has got really good holes in it for free draining. So 2 weeks before you want to repot or divide your blue star fern, we recommend you feed it with a half-strength liquid fertilizer, just so that it gets all the nutrients it needs, and then when you split it up it's kind of good to go and ready to thrive. So the other thing with blue star ferns is that their kind of root system is made up of rhizomes. They've got little brown fuzzy hairs on them, and that's what soaks up all the water, all the nutrients from the air around. And basically we're going to try and get a good section of rhizome in each pot. So we'll begin by taking out. Okay, so you can see here we've got this is one of the rhizomes. They tend to kind of like being above the ground, so that's the thing to note. When we do repot it, we don't want to bury them too much. But basically we're just going to split off the root where it kind of naturally falls apart, if there's a place to divide it. So you can cut the rhizomes, they bounce back. So you can see it's coming apart quite in a natural place. See that little rhizome's coming this way and this section is going that way. So I'm just going to keep prying them apart. Alrighty, so there we've got that little section of rhizomes, which is kind of the smaller section. I'm going to pop into this pot here, and then that one I'm going to put back into its pot before. But you'll see on here I've got these are some lovely new baby fronds coming through, and there's a good amount of rhizome there for it to get stuck into its life in a new pot. So I popped a bit of bark in there and it's lovely and loose. And into its new pot it goes. And then just more bark around the sides. So that's that one there. Now this one here, I'm just going to add some more rocks back in. And then this one is going to make its way back into the big pot. And I'm just going to fill the sides round with more of the orchid mix and make sure I'm keeping the rhizomes nice and open. So there you have it, we've divided our blue star fern into these two sections and we've repotted it. So we've left one in the big pot and the other smaller section into this little pot here. So in time that'll all fill out. There's plenty of new babies coming through here, so they'll hopefully take off. And in the meantime this one here still looks very healthy and happy. So they want to be kept nice and moist but not wet. So make sure they're in a good draining position. They also allow bright indirect sunlight. So there you have it. You had one large blue star fern and now you've got two beautiful indoor plants.